While these people may not look like professional athletes, they're about to be. But instead of spending big bucks on helmets, pads, or other athletic equipment, all they'll need is a computer and internet access. Starting this week, tryouts for the PGL, Professional Gamers League, begin. This first ever professional sports league for computer gamers is the brainchild of Total Entertainment Network. And it will award more than $250,000 in cash and prizes in its first year.
From the beginning of electronic games, from Pong, Asteroids, Donkey Kong, the premise was the player competed against artificial intelligence, which was fine initially, but after a while, it's a very finite entertainment experience.
Made possible by title sponsor and computer chip maker Advanced Micro Devices, the AMD PGL pits human opponents against each other in a virtual stadium via the internet.
Our whole new era is being ushered in today, where it's no longer about just man versus machine gameplay anymore, which has been the past, but it is also now about man versus man with the games played across the internet.
It's no doubt compelling for the players, but gaming on the net is also going to be a great spectator sport. One thing is certain, this man won't be watching from the sidelines. Dennis Fong, known by his internet name of Thresh, has already attracted agents and endorsements, not to mention a Ferrari. But even for top gamers, the appeal goes beyond cash.
Well, I think no matter what skill level you are and who you are, it is definitely worth the experience. PGL is something new, it's new to all of us. So, just being able to participate in the first professional gaming league is something that it should be cherished.
To finally have a league which represents, the opportunity for them to not only meet other people to play against, but to actually win some money and to maybe get some fame along with the whole package, I think it's really exciting. And as a journalist, it makes me excited to cover it and excited to see how it unfolds.
Even Nolan Bushnell is excited. In the early 70s, Bushnell founded Atari and created the game called Pong. Considered by many as the father of electronic entertainment, Bushnell is the founding commissioner of the PGL and welcomes his role in overseeing a new generation of game playing.
PGL is really a governing body. It will have regular tournament series. It will have seasons. It will have referees. It will have umpires. It will have star players, advertising endorsements, T-shirts, caps, TV broadcast, internet broadcast. It will have all of the things that you know and love about the current professional sports without possibly a rainy seat on a cold fall afternoon.
New games will be added to the PGL every quarter, so if you know a talented computer gamer who wants to work his or her way through school or quit their day job, the PGL might be just the ticket. Just tell them to log on to www.pgl.net. This is Huntington Hall reporting.
The fact that there's an opportunity to win cash or prizes, that's just a byproduct. That just comes along with the territory. But it's that type of love that makes the PGL and makes online computer gaming great. The people that came up with the idea for the PGL are the people at the Total Entertainment Network. The Total Entertainment Network is the leading multiplayer online games network in the United States today and is rapidly expanding internationally. TEN provides the background, the infrastructure that allows people to play. The other people behind the PGL are a long list of sponsors who are technology leaders in each of their respective fields, from AMD to US Robotics to GTE, BBN, Rendition, and Logitech. But these people have come behind the PGL and have put up sponsorship dollars. Much of that goes in the way of prize money and prizes back to the players.
It's an exciting time for computer game players. New PCs based upon powerful new processors such as the AMD K6 are providing a whole new arena for game playing. And it's no longer about man versus machine, but it's now about man versus man with the games played over the internet, which is much more compelling. And it promises to only get better in the future with the new AMD K6 3D technologies coming next year.
Well, the PGL offers, gamers a place to showcase their talents. A lot of the people outside of the community don't really know exactly what's going on with the gaming, what kind of skills are required, exactly just what's involved with the game. So this is a good place to be able to, show off, what we've put in all these hours to achieve. And of course, it's also a good way to earn some extra cash.
I think it is. I mean, I think it's a reflection of critical mass in terms of number of players, and it's a reflection of the sophistication of the hobby, which has gone from something that could really only hold the interest of, teenage boys, which has been the typical domain of electronic entertainment. Now the games are of the high enough quality and sophistication to attract an older audience, a smarter audience, and a more demanding audience. And because of that, you begin to get the sort of forward momentum in terms of number of players and also in terms of the amount of games being purchased and the machines being purchased to play them on. And that creates the foundation which can support a league which will say, hey, we want to know who are the best players and we want to reward them with some really fantastic prizes and earnings.
I have a whole library of games and game research materials. And it's very clear that man played games from the very earliest times using pits around the campfire in the cave, using the knuckle bones of the animals that they killed, to marching through time, to using pieces of wood, to pieces of ivory, to plastic, to cast iron, to the computer. And so games have almost tracked technological progress in the materials that they've had. Been a very important social overlay. People like to play games, like to compete in socially structured ways, like to compete with themselves in solitaire games and various other things as a pastime. Fundamentally, if we're talking about accessibility and the ability for a young, aspiring, or an old, aspiring game player, what happens in the network gaming environment? There are many games, not just basketball, not just baseball. So as the new games come online, you have a fresh opportunity to be the best in the world. To get up to the skill level of Thresh is going to take a lot more practice than to start out fresh at the same level that Thresh does on the new game and to climb the ladder afresh each new time. It's kind of hits a great reset button every quarter on some of these games.